Getting set for baseball under the lights just outside of Atlanta at SunTrust Park. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Mike Foltynewicz will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, with a guy like him, you're just looking for quality innings. Usually he'll give you 6 or 7, and he keeps the team in the ball game. And when you think about it, what else do you really want from your starter? He's capable of shutting a team down and dominating, but that's not what's expected of him all the time.
Digging in now, Harold Ramirez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Number 47.
First pitch of the at-bat. First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they haven't quite been able to get on track yet. They come in 2-4 over their first 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And this is taken in for out number 1. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Markakis has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third.
Here's Starlin Castro, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two and 1.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
On the ground to the left side. Played on the backhand. In a close play at first, but he's pulled out and the side is retired. Miami down in order, and now the Braves will step up for their first opportunity. So digging in now, Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder.
Try to punt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Riddle is up with it, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte plays with. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. Low for ball 1. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7. 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Line toward right center, and that'll get down. Extra bases for Markakis, and he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, Good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. Markakis leads off second with one gone in the inning. This is pulled into right. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
So next to bat for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Into the corner and slicing foul. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Anderson looks up. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Second home run early in the year. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
One of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
And that's through for a hit. He has success with 2 out, and the bottom of the first stays moving.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that's going to be a base hit from McCann. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start.
And this will pick off the base of the wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, Swanson is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on. So striding forward now, Jorge Alfaro, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Kim will be next. And he struck him out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the plate putting the digits down. That's Brian McCann. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. The ability to massage a pitching staff, soft hands, and a nice throwing arm to second base. We already know from the offensive side he's a multiple-time All-Star with the ability to launch.
At the plate, Kim, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Swanson backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting fifth.
Digging in, Brian Anderson. His career line with Fulton Avish. Not great. He's 1 for 8. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Anderson swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. And he lays off for ball 1. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Markakis coming on. He can't get there as it falls in.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
And next to the plate will be JT Riddle as he'll take a look at ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Anderson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped straight up. Donaldson in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Ready with the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Marlins leave 1. They trail here 4-0. Standing in, Mike Foltynewicz. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And that's in there, base hit.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up for them. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the 2nd inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
Split finger pitches in there for strike 1.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game could get out of hand early.
The 0-2 once more, and the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
Now batting, Nick Markakis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Line toward right center. Anderson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
Runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman Freddie Freeman. And he lays off there 1-0.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally the go-to pitch to this guy, but it really hasn't shown that good downward action that he usually has. He needs to get back to finishing it out front.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Wow, his last time out, guys will just flat.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is deep down the line in right. It looks to have the distance, and it's fair. A home run. A 2-run blast off the bat of Freddie Freeman. Home run number 3 here in the early going. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. Popped him up. Riddle waits on it. And that retires the side. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Ready now, Miguel Rojas. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Well, too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Three and 1 to the Marlins middle infielder.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And this is swung on and grounded out to Swanson at short. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Into the box now, Sandy Alcantara. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he's safe.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
In now, Harold Ramirez. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Freeman is over, and he's got it for the first down of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Rosell Herrera.
At the plate, Rosell Herrera. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
The batter number
into the box, Starlin Castro. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This pitch is popped up. Freeman is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Jorge.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. 2-2. 3 runs already home here. Bat explodes as this is popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. But the Marlins strike for 3 on the 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Braves 6 and the Marlins 3. Welcome back to SunTrust Park just outside of Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. No balls and a strike to count. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them. Or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Albies with a 1-1 count now. A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. Zips it to Castro for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Braves go down quietly as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Into the box now. Kim flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
A payoff pitch one more time. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And there's your first out of the inning.
The right fielder.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up the outfielder Brian Anderson. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike taken up in the zone.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Standing in now, JT Riddle, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Yep, that ball went out.
And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul. But we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Full count now, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Inciarte. He gets there, and that's the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Miguel Rojas. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
The pitcher, number 22, Sandy.
Now at the plate, Sandy Alcantara. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. From the belt, the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Count even at 2-2. Anderson at second. Rojas at first. 2 out in the inning. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the. Digging in for his second at-bat, Dansby Swanson. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Skied into very shallow right. Anderson waits on it, makes the play, 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Mike Foltynewicz. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s. You ain't doing much with that.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Mike Foltynewicz becomes out number 2 this inning. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. We walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. Grounder down the line at third. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They still lead it 6-3. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Harold Ramirez. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. And this pitch is popped straight up right around the home plate area. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping into the box, Rosell Herrera comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Ready for another chance. Starlin Castro. In his last at bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ready to take his hacks again. Freddie Freeman, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, now this guy flexed his muscles on that last at bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. Ground ball foul down the left side. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And it's fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ramirez has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting, no outfielder.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. And that misses inside 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
How about it? Yeah, Matty, you don't see this very often, Devo, when it's cold and chilly like this. The wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
The catcher.
At the plate, Brian McCann. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A ball and a strike to Brian McCann.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Into center field, line drive base hit. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
1-1 the count now. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Swing and a liner. In there, a base hit. So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the... So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Up top, it's 2-0.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have got lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Into the box now, Kim.
He swings and sends it in the air out to left center.
Inciarte will slide over and put this one away, and that's out #1.
The right fielder, number 15.
Standing in, Brian Anderson. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw to the plate. And he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just facing on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Stepping in now, JT Riddle, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. So earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned that we were going to see a pitcher's duel here today.
Yeah, Dan, I'm a little taken aback by this. I thought we were going to have a low-scoring game like Matty just attested to. But the offense, let's tip our hat. Some guys were missing locations, and they didn't miss the heater.
You know what, D-Roy, this just goes to show you, no matter how you look at it paper before this started, we both thought that this was going to be a low-scoring affair. 2 really good pitches. That hasn't been the case. When you think you have it figured out, you haven't come close to figuring any of it out.
Anderson, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
In now, Miguel Rojas. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Martin Prado will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Martin Prado.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one will track it down. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Inciarte moving in, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
The center fielder.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s getting to that one.
Now pitching for the Braves.
On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. On to second for the force out in the side. Charlie Culberson is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Arlene Garcia enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Rojas gloves it. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Now batting, center fielder.
Riding in, Ender Inciarte. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. Garcia, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Pulled toward right center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
So 2 gone now, and here's Markakis. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Herrera has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Daniel Winkler is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Rosell Herrera will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run. A big blow early on. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Acuna's there for it. And that's the 1st out of the inning.
The batter number 13. Second base.
Digging in once again, Starlin Castro. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Albies is calling for it. 2 gone.
Now batting.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jorge Alfaro. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Back up the middle. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Hit sharply on the ground. And And the throw on the first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away. Ronald Acuna will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game. As we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. And they'll issue the intentional walk here. Interesting decision with the bases empty and 1 away. That's a strike to throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. 1 out and a runner on second base. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Ramirez sprinting after it. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Up next for Atlanta.
Now at the plate, Brian McCann. He singled his last time up. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Acuna stands at second with 2 gone. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Braves strand 1. They hold a 7-4 lead. A.J. Minter will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Stepping up now, Kim. He flew out in his last at-bat. Garrett Cooper is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Cooper.
Oh, an ugly swing there. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Markakis has a read on it. 1 out. Stepping in, Brian Anderson. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Popped him up. Freeman over to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, J.T. Riddle, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it 1 bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
1-0 the count. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Lifetime against this pitcher. Not a big sample size. 0 for 1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. So the bases are clear now following the home run. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a fly ball. Markakis on the run, and no one will track it down. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Marlins able to draw just a bit closer. Here Cooper will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
For the Marlins. Now playing first base.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Nick Anderson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Pitch on the way. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Grounded to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Riding in once again, Dansby Swanson. And he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swing and a liner. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Austin Riley will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 27, Austin.
Hit hard to short. Rojas is there, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Here's Ender Inciarte. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Inciarte.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bounce to first. Cooper right there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta. They lead it 7-5. Luke Jackson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Lewis Brinson is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Harold Ramirez. Check swing, called strike, 0-1. Line towards center field. Inciarte is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 5.
Now at the plate, Rosell Herrera. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. It seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
7-5 tonight's final. Atlanta put up a 4-spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Mike Foltynewicz gets the win on the mound, his first of the year.
The
Sandy
final line score for our
Alcantara
ball
was
game.
hit hard to the